Shut up, shut up, shut up. Not you, me. This is what I say to myself sometimes when I get in my head of negativity. And I'm just sitting here about to eat my banana, and I was thinking, you know what? There is so much negativity in this world, and I'm a contributor of it mostly to myself. Because a lot of things that I say in my head, I would never say that to somebody else. We have such a poor way to talk to ourselves sometimes, and I do believe in tough love though, but not all the time. Sometimes we need compassion for ourselves. You see, negativity is like a banana. The outer peel is the negative thoughts. But when you start getting rid of those negative thoughts, then you can get to the goodness, the sweetness, I guess bananas aren't loving, but the part that you can really bite into and really take in for nourishment. Now, there's some nourishment in the peels as well. I've seen this couple TikToks where people rub this on their face for a natural moisturizer. So there's always some good in negativity. There's always something that you can learn from negative situations or even negative conversations that you have either with somebody else or with yourself. There's been times where somebody's said something to me in a loving way and it was negative, but it was something I needed to hear or was beneficial for my growth. But just like anything, moderation is key. You can't always hear so many negative things or be around negative people. Of all the comments I get on my videos, the number one comment I get is mostly from women saying, I want to do this, but I'm too fearful. I'm scared of what might happen. I totally get that and validate your feelings. But I also think you're going to live your life and you're going to have regrets, because at the end of your life, you're going to be like, there were so many things that I wanted to do that I could have done, but I didn't do because I was afraid of the unknown, of things that may not happen. May happen, but may not happen. Mostly probably won't happen. And this world can be a scary place, but it can also be a wonderful, fabulous place as well. But if you allow fear to control you, then you're controlled by a thought. It's not even a real tangible thing. It's just something that you've created in your head. So how do you get rid of the peel of your mind and get to the core banana thoughts? This is going a little sideways, a little weird analogy that I didn't expect it to take. Just go with me on this. How do you get rid of these peels? When I start going down a negativity path, the first thing is to realize that it's happening. And that takes a level of self-awareness. And if you don't even have any self-awareness, it's conditioning your mind to start thinking, to be conscious, I can't say that word, conscious of your thoughts. If you know you're a negative person or you've allowed negativity to creep in a lot in your life, you are going to have to put in a little bit of work to say, you know what, let me go throughout this day, and every time I'm just thinking about anything, does it lean towards negativity or does it lean towards positivity? If it leans towards negativity, you can think about this analogy of peeling that thought and throwing it away. In the Bible, it talks about taking every thought captive. If you're from the West, Wild Wild West, you could pretend you're getting a lasso and flinging it on that thought and pulling it back and then throwing it in the trash. You're like a detective and you're on the case and you find the burglar with his little striped shirt and mask, and you get him and you wrestle him down and then you tie him up with the handcuffs and you take him into the jail. That's the way I think about taking every thought captive. You take that thought captive and you just go, you know what? That's not how I really want to think. That's not what I'm thinking about. Like my friend Rachel Luna, she recently wrote a book, and in this book called Permission to Offend, go buy it because it's awesome. She says, thank you for this thought, but it's not for me. I don't need that thought. So you're acknowledging it, because if you just try to ignore thoughts, they're just going to persist. That's just the way thoughts are. But if you are like, you know what, I acknowledge that thought, but it's not for me, it's not something that I subscribe to, then you can let it go. You can just let it go, let it go, let it frozen out of your life. And you just peel the thought out and you just fling it out, and hopefully nobody slips on the banana. Then you're going to feel bad because you caused somebody to crack their head open. Throw it in a dumpster. This video has gone really... Let's just take that one, for example, that I mentioned earlier. I want to do van life. I'm an adventuring person. I want to get out there and see some beautiful things, but I'm too afraid. I'm too scared. What am I afraid of? Get down to the nitty gritty. Am I afraid of getting kidnapped, getting robbed, somebody breaking into my van in the middle of the night? Am I just afraid that I'll be driving around aimlessly, that I don't know where I'm going? All these things have solutions to them. If you're afraid of driving around aimlessly, watch a lot of my videos about parking because I give a lot of good tips. There's also a lot of other YouTubers that share all their informations about where to park. If you're worried about people breaking into your van, it's similar to, could be the same worried about somebody breaking into your house or apartment. You take steps to be as secure as possible. You might get an alarm system. You might have a weapon. You might have a dog. There's millions of things that you can do. Not millions, but there's lots of things you can do to protect yourself on the road. You might be afraid of getting kidnapped. Okay, probably you're not going to get kidnapped. I mean, if you look at the statistics, it's pretty rare to get kidnapped as a grown adult, but it happens. I'm not saying don't be cautious, but then really be aware of your surroundings. Look around, be cautious. Look up some things online about how to be more aware of your surroundings and what to look out for. All the things that you get down to the nitty gritty are things that you can plan and prepare for. And when you have preparation, it brings down the anxiety level. Can you prepare for everything? No, because it's unknown. You don't know. But you can go based on other people's experiences and your own experiences and common sense and street smarts. And if you're lacking in those last two things, start being more aware, start paying more attention. That's the thing I think that really helps me and a lot of other nomads is, number one, curiosity. But within that curiosity is, number two, is to be aware and cautious. You can be whimsical and, be out there in the adventuring world and just being like, oh, this is so great. I wonder what's around that corner. But also try not to be dumb. Like, what's around that corner might be a cliff and you're going to fall off and die. And nobody wants to die prematurely. Over time, you're going to realize that you have the same thoughts about a lot of things. There's something to be said for being realistic, but also sometimes when you're too realistic, you cancel yourself out of doing some of the funner things in life. So circling back to the beginning of this video, I do tell myself to shut up sometimes because I'll get in my head. I'll be like, I don't belong anywhere. Nobody cares about me. I could really go down a little spiral. And I know these things are not true. I'm deeply loved. God loves me. I have a great, fabulous life. I'm super blessed in a million ways. And yet still, no matter how positive of a person I am, I still get those thoughts. I have to take those thoughts captive. I have to peel the banana of my mind and be like, no, I don't agree with that. I am loved. I am worthy. I'm valuable. And not in a way of like, I deserve everything or I'm entitled to the whole world. It's just more so of a worth that you have within yourself because you're just a regular human. You deserve to be here. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to breathe and be around people that love you. We all deserve that. It's not a selfish thing to want to be loved. It's a natural occurrence in life. I care about you. I love you. And you might think that's weird for a stranger to tell you that they love you, but we have so many negative messages going on through our lives, on the news, on TV shows, on movies and stuff like that, that why is it okay for strangers to tell you negative things or subliminally put out messages of hate, and yet strangers can't in turn say positive, nice things? I may not know you personally, but I'm projecting that love out to you as a fellow human being. Why not? There's people out there that never hear I love you, that are never told anything positive. So I want to be that person. And I think it's wise, if you are a loving person, to share that love with other people, because we already have too many negative things. Let's clear out the negative and push out the positive. Yes, I do love you. And if that's the first time you've heard that in a long time, I hope you receive it. So if there's something you've been meaning to do or wanting to do in your life that you've held yourself back, or you've allowed the negative talk of other people to hold you back, today is the day to peel that banana and throw it up. I should have opened the window. Let's try that again. So today is the day to get rid of the negativity and throw it out the window and start living your life to the fullest. Enjoy it. I love you. I hope you have a great day. Clear out the negative and have a beautiful, blessed day. Bye for now. Snack time.